There are very few non-negotiables in the golf swing. However, there are some, and today I'm going to run you through one of the most important, if not the most important non-negotiable in the golf swing, as every single one of these tour pros has absolutely nailed this movement, and you need to nail it if you want to become a better golfer. So what is this movement? Well, essentially, this movement is at impact. We need to have our weight and our pressure left about 85 to 90% in our lead leg, whilst we have some tilt away from the target with our upper body. So essentially my hips are ahead of my chest. They are leading the way in the downswing. Now, why is this important? Well, first of all, that little bit of tilt there is going to help us swing this club on the way down on plane. Think of like a rudder to a boat. Our tilt is the rudder to our golf swing. If I lean towards the target, I'm going to want to swing more out to in, chop across it, not what we want. If I have that little bit of tilt away, I can swing more around me, swing from the inside, come down on a great plane. Now, the weight being on the lead leg is crucial for so many reasons. One of them is distance. If you're using your mass, if you're shifting into the ball, you're going to hit the ball further. Number two is that it helps you get the lowest point of your golf swing further past the ball. When you do this, for irons, this is going to help you get that beautiful ball in ground contact, helps you get the right amount of shaft lean for the club you're using. So really, it's just vital across the board to get right. Now, in my opinion, I think it's crazy that a lot of golf is, and rightly so, it starts with getting your fundamentals, your grip, your setup, your posture, love that. But then it goes on to talking about the backswing. I think we need to get golfers learning setup and then impact first. Now, I have some sneaky tricks that I like to teach my golfers on how to learn this position, so let me take you through that process. So the first thing I've got to get you to do is learn what this position feels like. If we don't know what it feels like, we can't have any chance of being able to repeat it when we're swinging the club at full speed. So let's grab two alignment sticks. Let's place the first alignment stick down very much just in the middle of our stance. Now, once we've done that, we'll place the second alignment stick down just on the inside part of our lead foot. So I've got a white one and a red one, nice and simple. Now, to start with, I'm just going to get rid of the golf ball. I'm just going to move it to the side. What I want you to do to learn this impact position is set up with the club right behind that white line. Now, from there, I want you to get into your golf posture. I want you to keep your head. You can even focus on your nose, your right eye, whatever focus point you want, over that white alignment stick. And then from there, I want you, without turning your body, keeping your head over that alignment stick, to move about 90% of your weight onto that left foot. What you'll notice is when I do that, my right knee has worked across me, my right heel has come off the ground slightly, and I really feel that pressure in my left leg. Now you can see, because I kept my head over the white alignment stick, I have tilt right here. A lot of golfers, when they do this the first time, do this. Their head drifts forwards. That's not what we want. That's going to cause us to swing over the top. So head on the white alignment stick, go 90% of the weight on the left leg, then add as much rotation as you can and that feels comfortable to you, while still being able to keep the head over the white alignment stick and about 90% of your weight in that left leg. Notice how I get natural shaft lean, and in this position, you have now learnt what impact feels like. You've got everything there for free. Now, before we move on, before we grab any golf ball, what we've got to do is get good at striking the ground in the same spot. So shuffle just outside the alignment sticks here, preset about 90% of the weight on that left leg, head as best as you can over that white alignment stick, and then just let your arms go back and forth. Just get used to hitting the ground in between these two lines, keeping that weight on the left leg. We're not going to be shifting off right here. This is just a little drill just to help you sort of get used to what it feels like to get into this good impact position. So now from there, grab a golf ball, and then we're just going to pitch one down there, roughly put it on the white line, head over the white line, weight left, and then just a little arms and through. And you can see that I'm just trying to get this motion of what it should feel like to have my weight left. For so many golfers, they're spinning on the back foot. They have no idea what it feels like. So this is the easiest way of actually just sort of breaking that hurdle, getting you into a good position. So we're going to breeze through this bit. So now what we're going to do is move on to the next stage, and this is sort of my secret weapon. So my secret weapon is essentially learning setup, which we've done in plenty of other videos on my channel, so if you need help with that, go back and watch some of them. But actually bypassing impacts, now we know the concept, and focusing on the follow through. So I'm going to first of all give you a nice simple exercise to help you learn the correct follow through position. Because if we can get the right setup, the right follow through, chances are if we just connect those two positions, everything's going to be in a pretty decent spot. So what you're going to do is step back in with these two alignment sticks right here. Now from there, take the golf club and place it in your left hip. It'll be sort of somewhere over this lead alignment stick right here. Now keeping your head over the white alignment stick, I want you to put your weight into your left leg, so about 90% right here. Then from there, again, as best as you can, keep your head over that white alignment stick and turn, weight in that left leg. And you can see here, this is as best as I can getting into that position. Well, this is the position we're looking for, because now if I come back to impact, I would have had to have been in a good impact position in order to get into this position right here. Now again, you can see so many examples of this out on tour. Golfers hitting similar positions on the way through. The key non-negotiable is that your weight has to be more on your left leg or lead leg at impact, and then from there you have to have a little bit of spine angle away from the target at impact. But this is where this exercise helps you learn this position. It helps you give yourself the sensation of where you're trying to get to. Notice how all my weight's on my left leg on 90% and my butt is past that white alignment stick. Really simple little exercise that's going to help you get into the right follow through position. So now what we're going to do is an exercise called connect the dots. So very simply, you are going to learn that follow through position and you're going to gradually lengthen your backswing, always finishing in that little half follow through position. Weight left, you'll notice my belt buckle's pointing towards the target and my head is going to be somewhere in between these two alignment sticks, or maybe trying to keep it as best as I can at impact over the white alignment stick. So just start with a little half swing, back and through, and try and hit this position here. Now notice when I'm doing this, I'm utilizing my arms being as wide as possible. If you're a golfer that chicken wings, focus on just having that club nice and wide away from you as you do this motion. It'll help you massively. So start by just hitting some shots. And again, your goal is to strike the ground in between these two lines as you do this exercise. And then from there, if I go weight left, I'm in a good spot. Okay, start with my weight a little bit more left, hit that follow through position, little half backswing and through. And that is a beautiful strike right there. If I check my position, weight's left, belt buckles forwards, my spine is a little bit back, so my head's a little bit back, meaning I've got that chest up to the sky and I got into a really good position. And again, little movements like this are going to be so helpful, just learning that motion. Now, as you get more and more confident with this, what you can now start to do is increase the length of the backswing, but nothing changes in terms of the follow through here. Backswing's now a little bit longer, but I'm still hitting this follow through position. Now, one thing that I really like, and I got this from one of my business partners who I coach with, Trevor Salzman, is he tells a lot of golfers, if straight in front of me is 12 o'clock, straight to my left is 9 o'clock, he wants a lot of golfers to finish weight left, but have that club point sort of to 8 o'clock. And I love that because that really promotes rotation. But the key, the little secret sauce detail is as you're doing that, both arms are going to finish relatively straight, as straightish as you can. Some people will naturally have a little bit of bend by that point. So now, as you go a little bit longer, you can now actually hit some shots where you go, right, we're going to go pressure left, head over the white alignment stick, whatever length backswing you want, finish towards 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock is straight that way, you are 12 o'clock there, finish to 8 o'clock. So here, a little bit of weight left, and again, head over the white alignment stick, finish at 8 o'clock. And that is a really nice strike right there. Pushed it ever so slightly, left the face open on that one. That's more my swing than anything else. But I got that beautiful ball then ground contact. So we're in a position now to where we understand that our weight's got to be on our left side, our head's got to be over the white alignment stick. Then from there, we understand that this is going to help us get our low point past the ball. And actually, when we're hitting shots, we have now an exercise to teach us that follow through position. And we have that feeling of getting all the way to 8 o'clock. Now, a question I get asked all the time is, Giles, I try as best as I can to do this, but for the life of me, I can't. Here's a couple of key areas to look at if you're struggling with this. So first and foremost is if we are trying to make sure we have spine angle leaning away from the target at impact because our pelvis is forwards, because our weight is on our left leg, our head's over the white alignment stick, First place to check is we have that at setup. This is probably the most common setup fault I see. Golfers are in a position to where their hips are back and chest is forwards. No. We need to make sure that if I set up here, I can get my hips slightly closer to the target with my upper body tilted slightly away. This is going to preset a little bit of spine tilt, only a little bit, because again, our trail hand is lower on the club than our lead hand, so we need that little bit of spine tilt. That's the first fix. The second fix is then going to be the golfer who already has a bent left arm at setup. Notice how, again, a lot of this stuff is to do with setup. So if you're a golfer who's setting up with the left arm very, very bent, you are actually going to encourage, as you add speed, that left arm to bend. So we want to get it like a Bryson DeChambeau or Rory, that left arm a little bit more braced at setup. It's not tight, it's just straight. It's just in an engaged position. So I just like to keep it really simple. It doesn't matter if you're using a pitching wedge, a 7-iron, a fairway wood, or a driver. Have the left arm from the shoulder joint to the hand to the club head all in one straight line. Because the ball position changes for a wedge and a 7-iron and a driver, the shaft lean will naturally change. But if I set up here to a 7-iron and I have the left arm and the shaft in one straight line, well, guess what? If I maintain that structure, obviously there's going to be a little bit of hinge and unhinge, but if I maintain that structure, I'm going to have that beautiful position right there. So just setting that left arm and the club in one straight line at setup gets you in a position with that good spine tilt to then turn and turn through, maintaining that really good left arm position. So that's the second key fix. Now the third and final fix we're going to go through, and again, notice how I haven't really spoken about shifting off or anything like that, because again, if we get our setup right, we get our follow through right, chances are we're going to connect the dots pretty nicely. But the third and final one that I see really kill people is golfers that adduct that left arm across their body, and then as a byproduct, their right arm gets stuck behind them. So often they look like this at the top of the backswing. So from the downline view, you're going to see here, if I get into this top of backswing position, how you can see, look, that left arm is really adducted across the body. My right arm stuck behind me. So now as I shift, my arms are always going to be stuck behind and I'm going to have to stall and flip. So a really nice little exercise to help you find your correct top of backswing position is take that left hand, flip the club over, grip it just below the club head just because it's lighter. Now you're going to take your right hand, do sort of as if you're about to high five somebody to your left, place it on your sternum, left arm out in front. Now this basically adds like a stopper. You do not want to touch your right hand as you swing back. Let that left arm stay away from that right palm right there. So that's going to force you to keep that left arm in a good position. It's not going to adduct too much across your chest. It's going to be in a really good spot. If it does, you're going to touch your palm. So for me, when I do this, I feel like I'm sort of pushing my left hand away from me, and that gets me into a nice position at the top where I'm not going to touch that right hand. If I then go to the top, get into that good position, place my right hand on, you can see that that right arm is now wider in front of me. So now if I try and go to 8 o'clock, my arms can get in front. If I've gone this way, I'm in trouble. So put those things together, then from there, give it a whack, and you are going to start to see, again, you can do a little preset, just get that feeling. Then from there, go to 8 o'clock, and you're going to see some beautiful, beautiful golf shots. And that was flushed. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, please ask. I am now doing golf schools with Trevor Salzman in Boston and Florida. It's looking like the next one is going to be in Boston, and then it's in Orlando come October, November, December time at the Reunion Resort, the Ledbetter Academy down there. So if you want to get involved, you want to come down, you want to have 2 days of ball striking, please let me know or stay in tune. You'll see it all over my socials. And if you want some more one-to-one help, I offer online coaching on the Skillest platform. The link is down below.